Hello everyone. I originally planned to record a video of me checking out Walmart and Best Buy for some great DVD deals, but sadly I forgot the damn battery for my camera. So instead, I am going to show you two alternate methods to watching horror films this week on Halloween that you can use on your PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360. Please remember though that you need to use you have to have Xbox Live Gold to use these methods as well, which sucks, but if you got a PS3, you're all set. But you need a Netflix account for one of them, but for this method, Crackle, it's completely free. We'll start with Crackle first because it is the free one. Now, before I keep going, we are not going to use methods like YouTube or Dailymotion, since you could literally find anything on there. I'm not going to advertise piracy, nor am I going to advise torrent sites. You can, however, rent movies off of most of your favorite services now. So if you'd like to just go rent a movie, that's fine. But these methods actually have some pretty good films, so let's check it out. The first I'm going to do is go to Crackle's Movies Unlimited. These are free and uncut films. Now that's their horror thing they're doing. That's the kill count. And I can recommend one film off the kill count, The Blob, which is a really good film. This is the 1980s version. It's a really good film, though. So the recommended film so far is The Blob. Ignore 30 Days of Night. I have not heard anything good about it so far. Idle Hands, kind of a funny film, but I wouldn't really recommend it. I don't really go check out the free section so much, so let me see if I can find out where I have to go. Oh, Godzilla 2000. Yeah, watch Godzilla 2000 as well. Let's see. Godzilla Attacks is a category. They won't let me apparently go to categories. I kind of missed the PS3 because I could actually look at categories of films. They're doing all this stupid watch list crap, so they do have some really good horror films. Oh, okay, there we go. Return of the Living Dead, Necropolis. That's actually not that bad. If you want just a good zombie film, there you go. Insanitarium. Oh. Yeah, if you want to see that, go ahead. Ju-on 2, that's actually not that bad. Ju-on 2, a pretty good sequel. If you don't like it, the Ju-on series, you're probably not going to like this film. But it's not that bad, actually. I'd recommend it. Pumpkinhead, yeah, The House, ignore. Christine, of course. Everyone watches Christine. And apparently that's all they have from here. But check out the app, because the PS3 app has a horror section that you can check out, and that's actually what I recommend you do instead of, all this. I recommend you check out the PS3 app. Screw 360. I hate the 360. Now we're on to the Netflix. Now Netflix actually has a humongoid horror section. Really quick shout out. If you love cheesy horror trailers, Mad Ron's Previews from Hell. That's a personal recommendation. It's actually cool to see trailers for these things. Now we're going to the horror section. I'm going to start with the main horror section because this thing actually has a few sections you can look at. It has foreign horror and regular horror. I'm not going to go into categories because that just means it's that much more work. But in reality, there's plenty of actual things to look at. As you can see, these are the beginning. They have The Frighteners, which is starring Michael J. Fox. Let me highlight it there. It's actually a good film. It's directed by Peter Jackson. Lord of the Rings, Bad Taste, Dead Alive, aka Brain Dead. It's a not bad film, but it's definitely an acquired taste. Clive Barker's Hellraiser, The Legend, The Maniac. That's actually not a bad film either. Evil Dead 2, does it need an introduction? I think not. It's got Evil Dead as well. So you can watch both films back to back and make your own judgments. That's actually a really good film. But the personal recommendation so far for me is House on Haunted Hill, starring Vincent Price. Vincent Price, a favorite actor of mine. I liked him in The Last Man on Earth. I liked him in House on Haunted Hill. He's just got that voice that really terrifies you a lot. And I really think you should watch any of his films. He's got so many films. and he was one of the only reasons Scooby-Doo was good for that thing that came out in the 80s. Did not realize they remade Maniac. Did not realize it. Ooh, they've got the original Mummy on here. For those who know, Boris Karloff was the original Mummy. This one's actually not that bad. I've only seen a little bit of it, but I gotta watch it one day just to get a good idea. I have a recommendation probably from my cousin, Cabin in the Woods. Creepshow 2. We'll probably see Creepshow 1 in this list as we keep going on, but Creepshow 2 is a 3-story one as opposed to the 5 from the original movie. Personal favorite story was Thanks for the Ride, which is the last story. It's a really creepy one. I'm only going through my recommendations, honestly. So if you see films you like, or you see films that look interesting, check them out. Like I said, I may not watch them, but you might get a good kick out of them. Fuck that movie. Okay, there's Nosferatu. That's a great film. It's a great silent film, to be honest. And it works really, really well in terms of a silent horror film. Event Horizon, I think it needs no introduction. It's one of the only good horror films out there from sci-fi horror. It's a Paul Anderson film, which is really surprising. That film really, really pulled me into it. It's Dead Space before Dead Space, and I really wish if they did a movie about Dead Space, the game, then that is the director I want. I want Anderson. Because obviously he knows what he's doing when it comes to space horror. And I'm recording this thing at like 11 o'clock at night. Can you people tell? Deadlines. They're killer. That is not the 1960s. This is the 1998 remake. Ignore it. Did I see? Scream. Yeah, it's good for what it is. I like it. I don't think it's perfect. Tales from the Hood. I don't know what to say about that, actually. I have a mixed feeling about it because I've seen it a couple times and I kind of like it. But, yeah, I'm going to say watch it and make your own decision. But see Slither. The director really did a good job, and I thought it was a really good send-off to cheesy, old-school films. James Gunn directed it. James Gunn also directed Lollipop Chainsaw, so play that as well. Silent Hill Revelation, ignore that. Ignore it to hell. Grave Encounters, 5-star, recommend it right away. The Faculty is an interesting one, actually. It's not a horror film. It's more of a suspense film. It's not scary, but it's definitely suspenseful. It builds up the movie a lot. I'm not going to tell you what it's about because by the name, it does not sound like a horror film. It does sound like a horror film, but by the name, you wouldn't guess what it's about. So I'm gonna say if you have a Netflix account, check it out. It's actually really good. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. No introduction needed again. Camp Cult. Blah 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 blah. We're going through a lot. This is a lot of the Okay, there's I Spit on Your Grave. I've never seen it. I heard about the rape scene. I don't want to. Rape is not a comfortable subject with me. I think it's disgusting. I think it's a horrifying thing, and I think all rapists needs to be set on fire. And if any of you disagree with that, you're part of the fire. No, I don't mean I was not going to. Actually, I'm not going to correct myself. I didn't mean to say you're part of the problem. You're part of the fire. You're going to go into the damn fire. You're going to be set on fire, and no one's ever going to love you again. Scream 2. Yeah, I'm just going to continue from there. State of Emergency. Yeah, another zombie film. Mimic. Now that's a film. That's a film I can get behind. I love science gone wrong horror stories, but I only like them if they're done right, and this was done right. Next is The Relic, and can you tell that Hypercane's being an asshole? The Relic is one of my personal favorite horror films. A lot of people do not like this film. The member average is 6.5. Is I guess 3 1/3 stars. I personally liked this film. It kept me guessing till the end. But it's a really good monster film, too, near the end. So I would recommend that as well. Ignore Grave Encounters 2. The sequel sucked. Paranormal Asylum. It's probably another found footage film. I'll show you some good found footage films. Oh, Peter Cushing film on here. Frankenstein and the Monster from Hell. This film was. This film is a Hammer film. I personally don't like the Hammer films, but you might enjoy it. Oh crap! I almost missed Disturbing Behavior. um, Disturbing Behavior is. Well, it's disturbing. I'll say that much. It's really disturbing. It's one of the more disturbing films I've seen in my life. Drink break. Um, it's disturbing in a way that you wouldn't understand either. Like I said, you can read the description on the screen, but I will say this now: watch the film yourself. It's that weird and just and freaking terrifying. All right, we're gonna keep going a little bit. Tremors. Okay, okay, we're now into another section. There's Scream 3. I'm gonna say this now. I like Scream 3 more than I like Scream 1 and 2. I don't know why. I think it's because it takes place at a filming of a horror film rather than a bunch of people watching horror films or making one. I've always had a soft spot for films like that. So if there's a found footage film like that, I'll watch it. If there's a horror film like that, I'll watch it. I actually will say I like a lot of films like that. There's The Toxic Avenger, probably one of the funniest and goriest films on this list. It's a really sick film, actually, so you need a strong stomach, I think. Wait, is that the remake, or it's the remake? Screw it. It's a really sick film, and now we're going through more of the crap that's on Netflix. Yes, I think that Sleepaway Camp is a crap. There's Return of the Killer Tomatoes. That's